What the what? I am back for another video. I get a monthly video game service. There's, I'm sure, a couple out there, but I go through a video game service called Video Games Monthly. Um, I've had it for I don't know how long. Got to be at least 8 months, maybe. I don't know. I really like the service. It's really good. I haven't done an unboxing video of one of the boxes they give you, so there's different versions you can do. I don't know what they are, like a 3-game, 5-game. I think there's one like 10 games a month. So they send them out the first of every month. Today is the 5th, and I got mine today. So it's pretty quick, and you can pick what system that you want the games from. Like I know they have NES, SNES, they have Genesis, PlayStation 1, I want to say GameCube games now, Game Boy Advance, stuff like that. I really only get NES, Super Nintendo, and N64 because I'm really only interested in the Nintendo home console cartridge games. Mainly because, like with Game Boy, there's over 1,000 games, so it's like there's going to be a lot of crap that I'm going to get. Not that to say that Video Games Monthly sends a lot of crap, but there's a lot of stuff, and not everything's going to be great. It's just the way it is. There's so many games. NES, there's no guarantee that everything's going to be great. There's over 700 games. But they usually give pretty decent stuff. It's not all sports titles and junk like that. It's not. I met the guys at Midwest Gaming Classic this year in Brookfield, Wisconsin, not Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a city, Wisconsin's a state. Anyways, I met them. They were really nice, really cool. They're in Michigan. I believe they're out of Michigan, so they're really cool. So I'm happy to. And I said, they're like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I said, "Oh, that's my name." They're just, "Oh yeah, I recognize that name." You know, even if they were lying to me, it made me feel like I was important to them and that they really cared that I was giving them money for them to send me video games. So I have my box. This is the box. I subscribe to the 5-game. One cool thing is you can list what games you already have for, like, if you wanted to just do NES games. I'm going to try the service. I want 3 games a month, and I want them all to be NES games. Well, they have a listing with check boxes. You can check all the games that you already own, so they won't send you those games. So they will not send you Mario Brothers because I already own Mario Brothers or whatever. And then whatever they send you, they automatically check those off, so you will not get those games again. Full disclosure, I actually have received the same game. I think at least 2 times. One, it was my fault because I didn't check the boxes. I actually already owned it because I bought it. But then they sent it to me. I was like, "Oh no, I got another one." And then I think a month or 2 later, I got the same game again from them. That's the only issue I've ever had with them. Not even that it's an issue. Oh well, it is what it is. But I really like the service. Other than that, sometimes everything can't be perfect. This is damn near perfect. I would give this, I don't know, if out of 100 scale, maybe 95. It's pretty damn good. So if you like retro video games, if you live in a small town like me, where retro video games aren't in very high supply, I go to garage sales every once in a while. Nobody has retro video games. Sometimes you'll find a PlayStation 2 game. Ugh. Anyways, let's unbox this mother and see what I got. I like their font and all that stuff. Play the past into the future. I'm a very big proponent of retro video games. Obviously, I get this. So sometimes they give you a little thingamajig. So this is a little wristband and has the website videogamesmonthly.com, and then it says their catchphrase or motto or whatever you want to call it. Play the past into the future. So that's pretty cool. Let's put that on now. Wow. So there she is. And sometimes, and they give you this little insert, that basically saying, "We hope you enjoy your latest box. Please update your library on the website by adding these games." Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to add them. Ugh. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I misheard. Okay, so please update your library by the website adding these games and any other games you may have acquired. My fault. My apologies. Video Games Monthly didn't make any mistakes. I made mistakes, and now I look like a huge asshole. Well, not really huge. I still said they're really great. It is what it is. Video Games Monthly. Anyways, sometimes they'll actually give you a let's say, call it a 1-up box. So they'll normally give you this saying thank you for, being a customer and whatnot. And sometimes they'll give you another card that says 1-up, 2-up, 3. I don't know how many ups there are, but they'll give you extra games, more games than what you actually pay for. I've gotten that a couple times. It's really nice. Maybe 1 extra game, 2, 3. It varies. So let's take a look. I'm tired of talking about it. Let's look at the games. So, I see a good one there. So I got Hollywood Squares. Never owned it. Never actually have seen it in person. So that's exciting. Hollywood Squares. Really, they don't have to be rare, obscure titles. I'm just happy to get a new game in my collection that I don't already own. I already have 187 NES games, so now 188 unique NES games. So I'm excited about that. This one, I've never owned. Blaster Master. I've actually never owned this game. It's a very good game. It has iconic music. Very excited to have Blaster Master in my collection. And it's made by Sunsoft. Sunsoft made great games on the NES. Mostly great games. Ooh. Tag Team Wrestling. This could possibly be one of the worst NES games ever made. But, oh well. I like wrestling. I like the NES. More NES, the better. It's a pretty bad game, though. Ooh. And then, for the Super Nintendo, I got Super Chase HQ. I've never heard of this game before. Never heard of this game. It's got a Ferrari on the front and a 16-wheeler. That's got to be cool. Well, we'll try it out. And then I love these games. I used to play them a lot on the PlayStation 1, I think, at my sister and my brother-in-law's house back in the day. This is Nuclear Strike for the N64. So I got I add another N64 game to the collection. I think I have in the 80 whatever. There's only 300 and some, so all right. One more NES game, or Super N64 game. Always freak out. So yeah. I subscribed for $5 a month. So I got 3 NES. And then I got a Super Nintendo, and I got a N64. They actually usually do that for to me for me. I don't know. Usually they give me 3 NES games, and then a Super Nintendo, and then a N64, which is not a big deal. I don't care. Actually, I prefer the NES games just because I don't know. I have a kinship with the NES. I was born in '83, so kind of grew up in the heyday of not kind of. The heyday was probably like in that. Let's say Metroid 2, Mario Brothers 3, like 87, 88, 89 in that range. So yeah, so I'm happy about it. Let's take a look and see with the app. Sometimes what's the value of what they gave you? Is it round about what you paid? I don't remember how much I pay. I want to say it's $40 a month for 5 games. So I can use the handy dandy app. Handy dandy app. Let's see, Hollywood Squares. This is the app for iPhone. It's I actually kind of like them. This one says it's a 5 out of 12 rarity. I have no clue why the app goes out of 12. Doesn't make any sense. So it's around about a $7 game. Something like that. You can't trust the app to be totally accurate, but about a $7 game. So we'll calculate that out. And then so we got Hollywood Squares. Then we have Blaster Master. That might actually be worth a decent. No, actually it's $9. And on the app I had it as a wanted game, and that's definitely a game that I've wanted. So that's good. So plus $9. So we're at $16 for 2 games so far. So let's see. I don't think Tag Team Wrestling is worth a ton. Probably because it's a really shitty game. Real bad game. It's worth $5 actually. which is the same price as Hollywood Squares. But Hollywood Squares, I'm sure they made so many Hollywood Square games that it was like ridiculous. So we're at 21 bucks. So we're halfway to the $40 that I spent. The good thing about it is I didn't have to, you know, go out and try to find them or go to a store to get them, whatnot. Not that I'm lazy or anything, but there's nothing around here. It's hard to get games around my area. Super Chase HQ. I've never heard. This is from what my app says, a $12 game. $12. That's all right. So 21 and put 12 in there. So we're at 33 bucks. That's not bad. And lastly, we are going to go to my app for the N64. So basically, these apps are called Collector. So it's NES Collector, SNES Collector, and they have a full suite that you can buy to keep track of your collections. I really like the apps. They're pretty damn good. So, and this is Nuclear 64, a $12 game. This is probably the rarest game that I've gotten in this box. For this time, I've gotten an 8 out of 12 before. I was like, holy crap! So they don't give you crappy games, or as far as you know, they don't just give you, you know, very common games. Sometimes they'll give you games that are, you know, are on the mid scale of rarity. It's not bad because they don't have to do that, you know. So that's pretty cool. Every once in a while, you get a gem in there. So what did I say it was? 12 bucks again. So we're definitely gonna make over, so 45 bucks. So I'm spending 40 bucks a month. I actually got 5 over. So I don't think that's bad. I broke even. I'm very happy with that. And I have new games to play, new games that I have in my collection, new games to look at, because some of us collectors just like having it on the shelf. I don't know why. So that was my unboxing of this month's Video Games Monthly crate. It's not really a crate. It's a box. It's whatever. Video Games Monthly. You know, it's a lot of fun. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They're really responsive. They will talk back to you. It's really great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please beat the crap out of that like button. And if you haven't, do a nice little elbow drop to that subscribe button. I'm going to have more videos coming out for you to see in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.